Cool. Okay. Oh. Ah. There. Go. Get that microphone in there. How's it going? Impromptu stream, guys. Oh, there are a bunch of you now. Excellent. I had plans. Plans got canceled. How's it going, Robert? I figured I'd do something. I've been working on the my Alex Jones video, hoping to get it done tonight or tomorrow. So we have that to look forward to. But yeah, in the meantime, figured I'd talk to you guys. How's it going, Brooklyn? You know, just the coronavirus. It's basically what's up. It's a thing. Hello everyone. So, right around now, I was supposed to be interviewing Jeremy DeWitt. We've been in communication, and he has been interested in giving his side of the story. I don't know what happened. Maybe he forgot. Maybe something else came up. I don't think he's necessarily intentionally avoiding me. But hopefully I still get to interview him. Hopefully. We'll see. If he doesn't want to, that's fine. That's on him. But if he does, I think it'd be a great chance to get his side of the story out. I want to talk to him about his business, really focus on how he built it over the 10 years that he's had it. What's changed, right? Why is he being targeted now? That's something we've talked about together. I'm not going to share what he said because we haven't been talking in a sort of, give me your information so I can share it kind of a sense, if that makes sense. I don't think he's hiding from me. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot on his plate. I'm just a blip on his radar, I'm sure. How's it going, Nasty Nathaniel? A little disappointing, but I think we'll still get it done. So, how's it going, Darko? I think it'll still work. So, today's stream, Choose Your Own Adventures. You guys get to decide what we're going to talk about today. Just hit me with something crazy. Let's catch me off guard. Something I haven't prepared for. Why not? Let's do that. So if you guys want to talk about sovereign citizens, you guys want to talk about the auditing community, now that Nasty Nathaniel's here, he knows a thing or two. I'm doing well, Darko. I'm still healthy. I live in Washington State, so that's saying something, right? all the virus stuff. They just shut down the state, basically. Gatherings over 50 people are no longer allowed. The bars have been closed down just in time for St. Patrick's Day. So, it's a thing. It's fine. It's whatever. You know. But, meh. I can just wear green at home, I guess. Get a Canadian cop a job in the States? You talking about you, Darko? Oh, Tom Jones. I'd play some Tom Jones, but YouTube doesn't like it when you play music. How are all of you? Oh, speaking of sovereign citizens, though, I actually have one right outside. I don't know if I've told you guys about my plumber, the guy that I hire. It's not my plumber. It was the guy I tend to hire because he's really good. He is a sovereign citizen, and he is currently working outside. And if I wasn't, paying him money to do work, I'd bring him in here, and we'd have a conversation. I'm thinking about having an interview with him, trying to get him to do that. I think he'd be interested. Just, off the clock, because plumbers are expensive. Yes, let's talk about the GDP in Mongolia in the 1890s. Why not? That's something everyone here wants to learn about, and something I definitely know about. I don't. I don't know about that. Yeah, motorcycle season will be safer. Hey, you're not wrong. I have a friend who keeps telling me to get a motorcycle. He's like, you need to get a motorcycle. I'd love to have a motorcycle. But here's the problem. One, I live in Washington. There's a lot of rain. Okay? So the roads, it's not... One, the roads on water, for those of you who don't drive, are a little more dangerous. And two, I don't want to be riding out in the rain all the time. Now, during the summer, it's fine, right? Washington's actually very dry during the summer. The problem is everyone who drives around here is texting and driving. It's a real problem. I wouldn't feel safe driving a motorcycle in this state. But I'd love to. I'd love to ride here. If I lived in, Arizona, I'd own a bike, 100%. But, lost my connection to the coronavirus. Got your phone. Yeah. Taylor doesn't allow me to have a motorcycle, so problem solved. The Corona panic, not pandemic. You want to talk about that? How's it going, San? What is it, Joaquin? I think it's how it's pronounced. Transparency. Yeah, let me talk about. Since I'm in Washington, let me talk about how the media is portraying this virus and how I'm experiencing it. So I still have to go to work. I'm not one of the ones working from home, so I can't talk about that. I know there are people like that that are affected in that way. I haven't been shopping because I like to keep myself well stocked anyway, at all times, not just during times of panic. So I haven't really had to deal with the supermarkets at all. I understand that it's pretty bad. There are a lot of things that are sold out around here, but honestly, it's not really affecting me that much. Traffic is nicer. Traffic to and from work is a lot nicer because fewer people going to work. I do appreciate that. But honestly, we aren't freaking out over here. And Washington's like the place where it kind of started, right? It's not necessarily the worst place in the United States. I don't know exactly how bad it is throughout the United States, but there aren't people like in full hazmat suits. I've only seen one person wearing a mask, honestly. Haven't been to the stores. I know some people are like, oh, I can't find certain foods. Okay, but there's still foods. Restaurants are still open for takeout. The governor yesterday did shut down restaurants in the sense that you can't dine in. You can do takeout, but you can't dine in. Gyms are closed, which is a shame. Anywhere where a group of 50 people or more would gather are closed. Movie theaters. But I don't get out that much anyway, so it doesn't affect me. So for the people who really want a good story, like, oh, what's it really like? Well, I can't really give you exactly what it's like, but I'm telling you, it's not, the panicked headless chickens that I think some of the media want you to think. And the media, I'm not saying the media is wrong, but the media makes money selling interesting news. And so when they find something to talk about, they're going to talk about the most interesting parts. You have to remember that doesn't mean that everything that they're talking about applies everywhere. So while they might technically be correct, let's take it with a grain of salt. I also think that Washington's kind of like, it's too late for us now. Whereas a lot of other states where it hasn't really hit, they're a lot more cautious because they're worried about getting it, whereas Washington's more concerned about getting through it. Because I feel like there's kind of a mentality of, it's already here, right? It's already spread throughout our state. The best thing we can do right now is, not spread it to old people, but if we get it, we'll handle it as best we can. So, it's, yeah, there's been a lot of restrictions on movement, and what kind of gatherings. It's just I don't participate in large gatherings generally, so it doesn't affect me. People are getting violent? Huh. That's definitely not good. Yeah, no, so yeah, food, from what I understand, toilet paper obviously is, and it's kind of difficult to get your hold. Words are hard. Toilet paper is hard to get your hands on. I know that thermometers have been incredibly scarce. Rectal thermometers, not so much, but weirdly, people don't want those so much. I have a friend who was trying to find one and could not. Like, we can give you a rectal thermometer. He goes, nah, I'm going to pass. I think I'll be fine. The long-term food, canned foods are starting to go. Rice is definitely gone. Fruits still available. Bread still available. Stuff that is going to perish sooner is still available. People are sort of avoiding that because, who knows? But, yeah, I've seen people delivering for Grubhub, and they're not, like, good luck. I didn't see any special protections. Yeah, I mean, CNN and all news networks, they make money by sensationalizing things. They make money by giving you interesting news. And I'm not saying that they're wrong necessarily, but it's good to do your own research. As with anything, even the information I put out, do your own research to either confirm it or find out more. Because I'm not giving you, I do short little videos. The edited videos I do, 5 to 15 minutes long. Some of these topics are fairly complicated, and I try to give you the essentials, but there's still a lot more to learn. And it's same with any news media. There's only so much time you can spend talking about a topic when, in fact, there's a lot of information about any given thing. So I do recommend doing your own research if you really want some good information about it. But, Stray Dog, I remember, here in Washington, there was a bad flu that went around. And a lot of people think that was the coronavirus, just not diagnosed as such. So I've heard that before. The rectal thermometer requires trust. Unless you're home alone. Do you have to trust yourself? I don't know. Questions. All right, what else? What other topics we got? Because I'll be honest, I'm not an expert on this coronavirus. Even being in the area where it exists, I don't really have that much information. Oh yeah, it has had some good effects on air pollution. See a lot of good things about the environment because of this, which is kind of a shame that we required a pandemic to improve the environment. I like breathing clean air, People used to sell flowers and fruit out of vans on the side of the road. Switch to selling toilet papers and baby wipes. You guys heard about that guy who stockpiled all the hand sanitizer he could find, right? And he couldn't sell it because eBay and Craigslist and the places he was trying to sell it on basically shut him down. And they seized all of his stuff. That's what you get for trying to profit from, panic. Criminals are posing as government employees. They go door to door attempting to get in and do testing. They then rob the owners. Yeah, if someone comes to your door to do testing, I wouldn't trust them. If you're going to get tested, go to some sort of... They'll set up clinics. They'll set up areas. It will be broadcast like, here's where you go. They're not going to go door to door. 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer this guy had. If what Heartsea's saying, that sounds about right. And it's a shame they seized it all, but I mean, this guy with a 6-figure job, he's going to be fine. If what I'm hearing is correct. Now, I may be wrong. I've glanced at this. I could absolutely be wrong with my facts about this guy who had all the hand sanitizer. He said he was going to donate all of it and then didn't. And then they had to take it from him. Because like, oh, you're donating it? Cool, we'll help you with that. So, do I hope he gets reimbursed for it? A little bit. Do I hope he gets reimbursed for all of it? No. I think he should be punished for for screwing people over and trying to make a profit off of it. Let him drink it. Yeah, don't drink hand sanitizer, people. It has, I'm pretty sure they put something in it that makes you throw it up. Yes, it's called alcohol. No. I don't know, I've been told since I was young, don't do it. It'll make you go blind. It has things in it that makes you throw up. So I've never done it, but do I know for sure? No. Oh, yeah, how's Germany doing? Oh, man. It's a shame. All your bakeries. I lived in Germany for a couple years, and I miss it. Germany's a lot of fun. A lot of interesting cultural things. My camera keeps slipping down. Hold on, guys. Is that gonna work? Meh, probably not. We'll keep fixing it. This is a out of the blue stream anyway. I'm not too worried about this one being incredibly high quality. The Germans are eating rice. You know what? Those of you who are in America, root beer is like an American thing, right? Went to Germany, they hate it. Like this root beer, it tastes like how you say toothpaste? It's terrible. Why would you drink this? I'm like, how dare you speak these truths to me? It's weird. Like, I've introduced Germans to root beer. Like, they've never had it before, and that just seems so weird to me because root beer in America is everywhere, and then they didn't care for it. So it's a whole thing. Also, if you ever meet a German, ask them to pronounce the word squirrel. It blows their mind. Many of them. I'm not saying all of them, but ones who the sounds are weird in for a German because they don't really, I guess, have those types of sounds. And if you ever want to be really popular in Germany, get a bunch of Pop-Tarts. Bring a bunch of Pop-Tarts with you and just give them to Germans. They love them. And I don't want to sound offensive being like, oh, this is how all Germans feel. I can tell you from my personal experience, Germans love Pop-Tarts. They hate root beer. So take that how you want. But oh, you like root beer? Good. You should like root beer. My camera's it is frozen. It's a terrible face too. I look so stupid. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can fix my camera. Okay, I think I fixed the camera. Well, that's awkward. Yeah, on my stupid ass face. I'm going to teach you guys a secret. If you pause any of my videos, I look ridiculous. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. I mean, this stream is meaningless anyway. Because a certain Mr. DeWitt... Let me see if he's emailed me. I'm just stalling for time, really. I got nothing else going on in my life. Today's my day off. Nope. Nothing. Well, I'll reach out to him later. See if we can reschedule it. Because I definitely want to interview him. I had my video here. Nope. There we go. Why do they love Pop-Tarts? Pop-Tarts, first of all, are delicious. Okay? I'm not saying they're incredible, but they're pretty good. If you've never had a Pop-Tart before, it's kind of exciting stuff. And let me know if my video freezes again, because obvious reasons. But yeah, what do we want to talk about, guys? What do we want to talk about? What's our conversation? What are we going to say? I did not see Will Turbot interviewing Jamal. Jamal? I have not. I have a good video on Moorish Americans, about the history of Moorish Americans. I'm going to try to put out soonish. But s'mores are good. S'mores are pretty good. I'm a big fan of, speaking of breakfast things, s'mores. I don't know if s'mores you consider breakfast. I wouldn't. But, was it toaster strudels? Oh, guys, the things I would do for a good toaster strudel. they're hard to get in Germany, from what I understand. When I was there, they were not easy to get in Germany. And so, like, I was asked by certain people, like, oh, can you get me, what is it, Cheetos? I would really like some Cheetos. Like, you don't have Cheetos? No, we don't have Cheetos. That's an American thing. But you live on an American base. Can you get us some Cheetos? Like, yeah, I can get you some Cheetos. Like, what else you want? Like, Pop-Tarts? Oh, Pop-Tarts. Yeah, we love Pop-Tarts. That's probably a really offensive accent. But that's the accent. That's my accent right there. Yeah, that's German, yeah. The only thing I know how to say in German, though, is where is something, how to order fast food, and then a bunch of insults. It's really all you need to know. They speak English pretty well over in Germany. At least in the areas I was at, they spoke English very well. If they're over 20 and under 40, generally their English might be better than yours. Under 20, not so much because they're still learning English. Over 40, not so much because it wasn't mandatory in school to learn English. So, 20 to 40, you'll be pretty good. Someone asked me how long I was a police officer. I was a police officer for 6 years. I was a criminal investigator for 4. I did that through the military. And I got out of the military. And I wanted to go back into law enforcement. And certain people in my life asked me not to because of the dangers of the job. And so now I work in a similar field without the actual dangers of responding to as a first responder, basically. For whoever it was that asked that, I saw that at a glance. Oh, yes. I don't have limes. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yep. Good times. Someone in my comment section was complaining that there was just dead air, basically, or where I wait for the chat to catch up so I can keep talking. And don't get me wrong, folks, I can talk forever, right? I could just keep going, but I wanna go, be annoying about it. Come on, son. But I digress. Give me a topic, folks. Let's talk about something. We're here on a stream. Maybe not testing my knowledge, but what would you like to talk about that I might have some professional insight on? As I sip my water. Oh, by the way, this glass here, Tanktoberfest. There's a place near me. It's the Flying Heritage and Combat Armament Museum. If you are ever in Washington State, go there. It's amazing. It's basically a museum of like tanks and planes and all sorts of crazy stuff. But in September, October, they have an Oktoberfest, but it's Tanktoberfest, where you get a bunch of beer and you watch tanks drive around and fire off blanks. It's kind of amazing. You get to go be drunk in a museum, trying not to touch everything, basically, because drunk me wants to touch all the tanks. I don't get drunk often, but when I do, I will climb right up on a tank, 100%. I'd have people hold me back. That's not true. But I love World War II history and surrounding eras. This is a non-interesting comment. I think it's interesting. It's interesting enough for me to say it. Where was I? The missing 411 stuff? Which, missing 411 stuff? Yes. Jeremy DeWitt created this virus, yes. So they can't proceed with the trial if we can't go to trial. Tank has a restraining order. Yeah, my name is Sturmgister. What's the word I'm looking for? Sturmgeschütz, yes, and he touched my barrel inappropriately. It's all about tanks, NJ. I mean, APCs are cool, and I've been thinking about buying one. I've been, not that I have the money to do it, but you can buy them out of Europe. And oh boy, do I want to. Just imagine driving down the street in one of those. Like, oh, I'm just on my way to work. Hello. But Evergreen Museum, I haven't been to Evergreen Museum. Interesting video. If you share that video with the crash, Repo Man, I will check it out. What were we saying? The missing 411. 411 went. Oh. Oh, I hadn't even heard of this. Oh, that's fun. So it's missing 411 in Western United States and Canada. Unexplained disappearances, basically, in the woods, I guess. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about that, but I'm going to. I'm going to find out, because that looks very interesting. Yeah, good luck registering it. How do I insure this? Do I even need insurance? Right, like, well, what if your vehicle is damaged? It's a tank. It's kind of designed not to be. Just a thought. Now, speaking of missing, people going missing in the United States, this is a great map of where people have gone missing, and then where the cave systems in the United States are. If you overlay them, they're like almost identical. It's, let me see. M67. You know what? You're right. M67 is the flamethrower tank. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. Yes, the Zippo tank. Like, if it's not a Stug, I'm not interested. I don't know. I just love the look of them. They're so weird. For tanks, anyway. What are we even? What is this conversation we're having? Yes, welcome to my channel discussing law. Here's some interesting facts about tanks. Two very similar things. Not that I mind. This is a throwaway stream. I'm probably not even going to post this one. It's a secret stream, all of you. We might be the only ones that ever see this. You know, we're sharing something special. Canal deaths in London. Cha-cha. Oh, heck yeah. Are we talking about the Italian? No, it's 2016. Which canal deaths are we talking? Oh, the Artie tanks. Are we talking about the Manchester Pusher? The guy who's been pushing people into the canals? Oh. I don't. Yeah, well, I mean, I can tell you the Pusher has not been caught. I can tell you there's some people on the internet that make the joke that the Pusher is Lewis Brindley from the YouTube channel Yogscast. Oh, Jagdpanther. Jagdpanther, yeah. A lot of people go missing near interstates. Not that I'm sure people do. I know I was never on the missing persons team. I don't think we even had one. I think we outsourced that. Oh, there are things with the audio going. Oh. Yeah, I'll look into the Pushers. For sure, that sounds like a good time. CIA doesn't want you to know what I'm about to tell you, Hardesty. About to release some government secrets. Oh, the Texas killing fields is fun. I'm going to put that as well. If I'm going to talk about the Green River Killer, I might as well go to talk about other things. Texas killing fields. And if I get support for it, I will, I'll travel there. Why not? That's gonna be what my channel ends up being. Just me traveling to places where a lot of people died and going, check it out. There were dead people here. Tune in next week. Was Richard Speck trending? Good old Richard Speck. What's he up to these days? Oh, well, lying in the ground. He's dead. Of course. Too late for you, Hardstein. Who do you think sent them after you? But I digress. Good times. Speaking of serial killers, we can go back to the Green River Killer. But, I'm still waiting on the police to give me a bunch of information. And it's frustrating because I want it right now. They're like, yeah, I'll get it to you hopefully by the end of the month. We're sorting through what we can give you. Like, just... Because a lot of it has to be redacted. But they've released so much to the media before. You'd think they just have, like... some ready to go. You'd think. That'd be nice. I don't think it sent the link, Repo Man. For some reason, I'm gonna do something crazy. All right, you're a moderator temporarily. Should allow you to post a link. Henry McCabe. Let me check out Henry McCabe. Go to the old YouTubes. Oh, yes. The haunting final voicemail. All right. Let's do this. APR, I mean, we can... I'm free all day. If, oh, excuse me while I stretch. There we go. You let me know when you're free. What do I think about the missing 411? I don't think it's anything necessarily nefarious. I think people go missing. I actually had a friend in high school. I mean, this is a fairly sad story. He went hiking, slipped down a ravine, broke his ankle, and died of exposure. So every year it's kind of like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Because his birthday comes around, and everyone's like, we miss you. And it's just like, what a terrible way to go. He basically froze to death. Just going for a hike. He broke his ankle. I think a lot of the missing people are similar to that. Where it's just, they're out in the woods, and it's hard to find people when they're out in the middle of nowhere. The video's unavailable, Repo Man. What is this nonsense? Alright.
To fly a rocket ship.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, no. Alright. We're gonna stand by. Yeah. Disappearances. Give me that voicemail. I don't care about... Alright, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let me... Let's see this. Yeah. ExpressVPN not sponsored. Alright. No. Okay.
His birthday was only days away. A man living in Minnesota, Henry liked to go out and have fun from time to time. It was Labor Day, September 7th of 2015, that he decided to go out to a nightclub with two friends.
Good for him.
After an energetic late night, one of Henry...
Sorry. When I think out to a nightclub, I don't think a storage shed in the middle of a parking lot. Pavlitsky's. Dining, dancing, good time. Come here. It's good.
Henry's friends that had accompanied him, named William Kennedy, offered Henry a ride back home. But Henry
I
never
don't
did
need
kill
your
him
narrative.
at the
I
time.
appreciate what he's doing. This is actually a really nice quality video, and I think it's lovely. But I just want the audio. Okay, this is them finding the body in the canals, I assume.
Fun night
Police,
out to
him talking, investigation. What?
War.
What?
Like he's moaning in pain.
Like moaning in pain.
The Coalition for Justice in Liberia, also known as the CJL, stood to help put an end to all of the devastating byproducts of Liberia's 14-year civil war that occurred in two parts from 1989.
Hold on.
to
Oh, I thought this was about the pusher.
death.
What? What happened?
Overall, the thing is possible in a world so seriously strange. So be sure to subscribe. Of his
Did I miss
accompanied him
the actual? You know, here I am skipping around. Like, how did I miss it? It's because I'm skipping around.
A personal connection to him that seemed to.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
According to
Stand by
Loretta
APR. I'll
Tomei,
send that in just a second.
We told police that he had dropped Henry off at a Super American's minutes of Poland, while William Kennedy had his keys, meaning that even if Henry did.
Wait. Here we go.
to
All right, you guys ready for some graphic content?
What could have been one of the last signs of Henry. Remember, it may be disturbing to some.
All right, now we have no context for this because I skipped through the entire video, so sorry about that.
Despite all
What?
suspicious of that despite about
It'd be a lot easier if there wasn't, you know, music in the background.
the voicemail now. Remember it.
That right there, I don't know what that is.
To some listeners.
That sounds like an equipment malfunction. I mean, if he's found the water, that might be his phone, you know, underwater. Might be part of it. I don't know. That's real interesting. That's some weird audio. If I'm face down in the water, it might be a dinosaur sex tape. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check this. Stand by, guys, while I try to get this link working. Bloop, there it goes. Yeah, your link's not working, Repo Man. If I could find where my stream was, that'd be super useful. Hold on, I'm gonna put the Discord link back in the old. Let me see. Invite people. There we go. Shablamo. All right. Stand by, folks. Did I just do something stupid? I can't find my tab of all of you anymore. What's happened? Where did you go? I'm lost, guys. Where? Oh my God. I don't know where my stream went. I got so many tabs up. I'm just doing research with. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Oh, it's the coronavirus. You're probably saying things to me, and I have no idea what's happening. Hold on. I got so many. All right, there's me. We're over here. Okay, I've opened up my own stream to try to. Oh. Keep watching. Don't skip. Keep going. It gets weirder. Get busy. Yeah, it's the tank has seduced me. I have to leave you guys for a second. Where on earth did it go? Where's my stream? What is happening? Like, I know it's still going. This is really frustrating. I can't find my tab. And I don't have like that many tabs. Hold on. All right, no, that isn't it. I've gone through all of these. Alright, this might break things. Hold on. Okay. We're just going to have... Alright. I'm back. Oh, man. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. Jeffrey Donner from LAPD. Jeffrey Donner from LAPD. You know what? This is perfect time to break out this bad boy. And I can do research and not lose my tab again. I'm a genius. You can't see it. I have a laptop right here now. What's the Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna post the Discord and I lost my thing. That's what was going on. All right, invite people. Here you go, folks. And posted. Alright, who was it? What was it? Oh, well. That's what I'm here for. Of course, my internet doesn't want to work. Nope. I can fix that. Alright, what's the conversation we're having? We've been talking for 44 minutes. We haven't talked about a single thing for realsies. Been a whole bunch of nothing. Not that I mind. I'm having a great time. Yeah, there's you might be. I mean, if you might have to scroll take the progress bar and move it if you're behind. I know I'm behind because there's that delay. My head? I don't know. It's weird and confusing. Time. It's very odd. Magnets. How do they even work? Okay. I was very prepared today, guys, as you can clearly see. Yay. All right. Internet's connected. Who was it? What was it? What was the conversation? We were gonna... Joseph Anthony Rosa. Who is Joseph Anthony Rosa? Good question. I have no idea. Jeffrey Donner. That's right. That's what. Chris Donner? Jeffrey Donner? Are we talking about the manhunt? Oh, yes. Kind of messed up there. Chris Donner, I assume we're talking about the LA police officer. So, for those of you who want to know more about that, Christopher Dorner. I was reading it as Donner's. Dorner. He's 2013, he shot how many people? He killed 5 people. He injured 6. He injured 3. So he killed 5, including himself. He injured 3. 2 were injured by LAPD and 1 by Torrance PD, which is obviously not great. So I imagine there's a little bit of weird crossfire. Obviously not great. Oh no! In 2 separate incidents during the manhunt, police shot at 3 civilians unrelated to Dorner, mistaking their pickup trucks for the vehicle being driven by Dorner. That's... wow. That's bad news. That you can't... okay. So, alright. Let me read. I'm on the Wikipedia right now. Let me read it to you. Christopher Jordan Dorner was a Los Angeles police officer who, beginning on February 3rd, 2003, committed a series of shootings in Orange, Los Angeles, and Riverside County, California. The victims were police and civilians, including police families. Dorner killed 4 people and wounded 3 others. The rampage ended on February 12th, 2013, when Dorner died during a standoff with San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies after a shootout at a cabin in the San Bernardino Mountains. A manifesto reportedly posted by Dorner on Facebook declared unconventional and asymmetric warfare upon the Los Angeles Police Department and families and their associates unless the LAPD admitted publicly that he was fired in retaliation for reporting excessive force. Well, that's pretty intense. That seems like not quite a the same level. Like, I was fired, I'm going to kill you all. And something is wrong there, and it certainly doesn't dispel the idea that he was fired for other reasons. You know? Unless I don't know the details necessarily, but generally if someone's like, I'm just going to kill everyone, that they have other issues that are going to be grounds for a termination from a job where you're expected to enforce law. Right? So he was targeting them. He had a manifesto and everything. I understand their concern, but the fact that they would shoot at civilian vehicles because they thought it was his, that's a really big deal. So when can police officers shoot at someone? If they pose a direct threat, as in they pull a weapon, that's a classic example. Or if they are a perceived threat. So if police officers believe they have a weapon, they say, put your hands up, guns are drawn, right? Obviously, that's a situation where you're going to think, I should put my hands up. But if a person reaches for something really quick, and it looks like they're about to draw a firearm, police can be justified to shoot them, to neutralize the threat. We don't say to kill, because, bad press, but neutralize the threat, or to stop the threat, essentially. So whatever stops them from killing people, I guess. Now, so there's if they're armed and they're about to use it, if they're perceived as about to use it. But what about if they're fleeing? Can police shoot at someone who is running away? Yes, if it is reasonable to believe that they are a threat to the general public. So let's say a person had a gun and they shot at an apartment building and then fled the police. Yes, the police can shoot that person because it can be assumed that they are going to shoot again, right? It's real tricky. It's a lot more complicated than that. That is just a quick, easy breezy, beautiful example. Yeah, not in California anymore. California has strictly limited that, which I don't necessarily disagree with. I think that they're going to have to adjust their training to account for that, because the last thing you want is for someone to, be shot. That shouldn't be, obviously. But the fact that they would open fire on a vehicle, I hope there's more information than that. I hope there's a good reason they opened fire, as opposed to just, that looks like him, let's shoot him. That's a problem. Now, they did believe he was armed and very dangerous. So, I mean, at that point, felony traffic stop might be more appropriate, where, you pull them over and you immediately come out with your guns drawn to get them on the ground and handcuff them. But in two separate instances, so police shot at 3 civilians unrelated to Dorner. One civilian was hit by the police gunfire, obviously bad. One was wounded by shattered glass, not great. And a third was injured when the police rammed his vehicle and opened fire. So maybe it was they were failing to yield, and there was good reason to believe that it was Dorner. I'm not saying the police are necessarily wrong. It's just, it certainly, with the very, very limited information I have, doesn't look good. So it's a thing. Huh. All right, let's go into why. Let me see. Let me find you guys some good information. Sorry, it's a lot of quietness. All right, allegations against a training officer. Here we go. On July 28, 2007, Dorner and Evans being the training officer, responded to the Doubletree Hotel in San Pedro regarding disturbance being caused by Christopher Gettler, who suffered from schizophrenia with severe dementia. It's hard to explain how terrifying it is as a police officer to respond to someone with schizophrenia. Because, obviously this is someone that needs help. You do not know. You can, with a normal person, I hesitate to say, normal being somewhat subjective. With your average person, let me say that, you kind of can expect, you can guess what they're about to do. You can read their body language. There are logical steps of their progression to their actions. Someone who's schizophrenic with dementia, not so much. Things can go wrong very, very quickly. And police generally aren't trained to deal with people with that kind of mental illness, which is a shame because they should be. It's just, comes down to the cost of training someone, and a lot of them are very, very different from each other. That's a real tricky situation already. Anytime you hear police dealing with someone with schizophrenia, you're looking at a situation that can very easily go wrong for, a whole lot of reasons. Because police will give orders and instructions and expect someone to basically follow them reasonably, or at least interact with those instructions reasonably, right? There should be some logic there. Schizophrenia, that is not always the case. So it's that right there is, I want to add that context to there, because a lot of people won't tell you that. As a police officer, the idea of responding to someone with schizophrenia definitely is a little worrisome, because there are definite concerns for my own safety when dealing with someone who I can't predict their behavior and what they'll do next. Not saying that people with schizophrenia are to be feared, but it's always, they have a mental disorder, there's an issue that isn't being addressed or treated. Cool. We're going to have to be real, real cautious, and we're going to have to bring in extra people just in case. That sort of thing. And that might be different from other departments. It's just my personal experience. All right. 2 weeks later, Evans gave Dorner a performance review, which stated he needed to improve in 3 areas. The next day, Dorner filed a report alleging that Evans, again the training officer, had used excessive force in her treatment of Gettler, accusing her of twice kicking Gettler in the chest and once in the face while he was handcuffed and lying on the ground. That, I can't think of a single reason why you would kick someone who's handcuffed and lying on the ground. Now, there are times where you need to strike them. There are times you need to wrestle them while they're still handcuffed. Let's say they're biting someone and won't let go. Okay, I can understand that. But kicking, that would be a problem. That would obviously be a problem. No, I will not work in the snake pit with you. All right. Now, LAPD investigated the complaint, obviously, because you don't want a police officer kicking someone who's handcuffed. Examining the allegation against Evans and the truthfulness of Dorner's report through an internal review board of 3 members, 2 LAPD captains and a criminal defense attorney. All right, so the review board probably knows what they're doing, right? During the 7th-month investigation, that's a long investigation. Wow. For a single incident. I've had investigations last that long, but how many... Why would it take that long? Witness statements and camera footage, they have it. Like, what else are you getting? Interesting. I don't know why it would take that long. I mean, there must have been a reason. I don't know why it would take that long. Because I can think of, if I was investigating it, I'd get, all right, who was a witness, who was in the area. I'd canvass the neighbors. I'd go door to door and say, did you hear anything? Did you see anything? If there are cameras in the area, I'd subpoena those. It doesn't take that long to get, camera footage, generally. And then statements from the officers involved. Body cam footage, if they had it, which they might not have. So I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, yeah, distractionary strike, sure, but you generally don't do that with a foot to someone who's lying on the ground, right? I'm not saying it's not impossible, but if they're already handcuffed on the ground, my personal thought is it's better to hold them, right? To use some sort of hold as opposed to a strike. And there may be reasons. But a foot. Oh, I'm glad you're catching me live, Tim. A foot is a bold choice to make. Again, there are times where you can kick, but they're very limited, and you better have a really good reason why you're not using something that is not your foot. Some of these officers wearing steel-toed boots. Not all of them. I didn't wear steel-toed boots, but I think some departments do, and so a kick from that is going to be pretty effective. And so if you need to take someone down because they're like, a serious threat, sure, kick. But if the guy's already handcuffed on the ground, now this is the claim. We're not saying this is what happened. This is the claim that Dorner is making. So Dorner is making this claim, and there's the possibility, I'm already seeing, that maybe he made that claim because he was mad that he was told that he needed to improve in certain areas. Right? Oh, I need to improve. Well, you need to improve because you kicked a dude. Did they? Or is he retaliating? This is a guy who shot a bunch of police officers, so I don't think he's quite all there. Again, that's my personal assumption. So let's see. So 7th-month period investigation. Evans was assigned to desk duty and was not allowed to earn money outside of her LAPD job. Okay, that's fair. Usually when you're investigating a police officer, you can't fire them because innocent until proven guilty, but you can limit the interaction with the public. And in this case, you can limit them, I guess, to contractually. You can't have, a second income while you're doing this. A lot of people complain like, oh, yeah, they were suspended with pay. Ooh. Okay, well, you can't fire them until it's proven. Otherwise, if it's proven that you didn't have grounds to fire them, you're facing a really big lawsuit. So when a police department suspends someone without pay or with pay, let's say they suspend them with pay. That means they're investigating it, right? And they can't take the necessary steps to address the problem because they don't know if the problem is real or not. But they can't fire the person because innocent until proven guilty. But they can limit that person's interaction with the general public if their interaction with the general public is concerned. I see a lot of people complaining about that. Like, oh, well, they're still getting paid. Cool. There are legal reasons for that. Oh, I will check that link, Repo Man. Stand by. Let me finish this. Review board heard testimony from a number of witnesses. Aha, so there are witnesses. 3 hotel employees who witnessed most of the incident claimed they did not see Evans kick Gettler. Gettler was brought to the police station to give medical treatment for injuries to his face, but did not mention being kicked at that time. Something that would obviously, probably be the first concern. Although schizophrenia, not everything is going to necessarily be in a logical order or sensible way. And I'm speaking as not a medical professional in regards to psychology or psychiatry, but personal experience, they'll pull some sneakies on you. Let's see. His father testified in the hearing. According to Gettler's father, later that day, Gettler told his father that he had been kicked by an officer, and his father testified to that at Dorner's disciplinary hearing. Oh, interesting. In a videotaped interview with Dorner's attorney shown at the hearing, Gettler stated that he was kicked in the face by a female officer on the day in the place in question. However, when Gettler testified at the hearing, his response to questioning were described as generally incoherent and non-responsive. Huh. The investigation concluded that there was no kicking and later decided that Dorner had lied. That's weird. All right, so you got a guy with schizophrenia, and you're saying, oh, he can't testify because it's incoherent and non-responsive. But Gettler did state that he was kicked by a police officer in the face. Videotaped interview with Dorner's attorney shown at the hearing, Gettler stated that he was kicked in the face by a female police officer. That's really interesting. That they would think that meant Dorner had lied. They decided that Dorner had lied, even though Gettler had said, yeah, a female kicked me. That's interesting. 2008, Dorner was fired by LAPD for making false statements in his report and in his testimony against Evans. I don't agree with firing. I think that the investigation may have been like, we can't determine what happened at the very least, right? I don't agree with this, what happened here. I mean, there must be more information than what I'm having. There almost always is. But, weird. And then he started killing police officers as revenge. That's not normal. So, wow. Okay, that's pretty intense. So, the guy who was allegedly kicked stated after the fact, right? All right, here's where I can see why they're like, no, it isn't real. So, when the guy came in, there were injuries to his face, but that can happen during an arrest. It's not difficult to get injured in your face during an arrest. He didn't say anything about getting kicked in the face. An attorney then filmed him saying, yes, I was kicked in the face by a female police officer. Now, is that real? Is the attorney just trying to blame the police for something? Because that's a good move. But, the guy who was kicked, allegedly, wasn't able to actually testify on it. So they weren't able to cross-examine him. So it's possible that the evidence just was sort of deemed ineffective, or I don't know. It's very strange. I'm not familiar with how this would work in court. Obviously, shooting police officers is not a reasonable response, but that's a weird. I'd love to look more into this, because there's got to be a lot more information than what's on Wikipedia, right? And Wikipedia has some good information, but I'll look more into that. I'll definitely look more into that, because that's very interesting. That footage wasn't more effective. And they did have witnesses that are like, yeah, we didn't see anyone getting kicked, but they didn't see the whole incident. It's interesting. It's interesting. Searching for a weapon. You have to link that or you have to. If you go into my Discord and throw it in there, I can check out the link. Where'd my video go? Hold on, guys. I think I lost my stream. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but there we go. Let me... pull up the kicking. What? I think you're linking to me from YouTube Studio, Repo Man. Oh, you're not. Why is it giving me these weird links? YouTube's being real weird. Hold on. I don't know what's happening. Seconds. 53 seconds. Which video is that? 53 seconds, Alex. Why won't it let me? Hold on. I have a thought. I have an idea on how to. Look at my hair being all weird. This should work. Here we go. All right. Let's review some police brutality. And this is a topic I'm going to be discussing on this channel. Certainly more in depth than what I'm about to do right now, where I'm going to show police brutality that is actually justified and police brutality that is not. So, here we go. We have an ad. I don't want the. Why is there an ad? Alright, we're just going to hold off on that. And swing. There it is. Moving on. Let's do this. Alright. Kicking it back. Down his hands and knees. Alright, obviously this guy. He's already got his hands up. Oh, language, folks. Alright, that's inappropriate. I don't use expletives as a police officer. It is possible. There are very few times I've sworn at someone. And when I was, it was to emphasize how serious I was. It's definitely not something that we want. So right now, we have a problem. Now, we don't know why he's been called. He might have been called for something. Hold on. Is this the one you're talking about, 53 seconds? Yeah, searching for a weapon. So it's probably a weapons call. So felony stop. So the police, I assume, and this is an assumption. I don't know if it has. No, it doesn't have the information. I've been spoiled by Real World Police and some of the other channels like that where they post a lot of information. So probably responding to a individual with a weapon, which is why he's so aggressive right away. I still don't agree with the swearing, but not that I don't swear or dislike swearing. It's just professionalism, So. All right, he's already got his hands up. Another police officer there. 2 police officers. Okay, he's trying to get on the ground. That's good. Oh, no. No. Nope. We're going to watch that again. I'm sorry if this disturbs any of you. Yeah. Oh, no. He's getting on the ground. Unacceptable. If there's information that shows that this is justified, I'd love to see it. If he was doing anything crazy with his hand on the left side that we can't see, I'd love to know that. Wow. All right, he's getting on the ground. Look at that. He's going to the ground. His left hand's doing. Nope, he's not. He looks like he's complying. He's complying. What are they doing? I don't really care what they're doing, or what they're called out there for. Wow. Clown News Network. Well, I'm reading. Yeah, it's not. All right. Yeah, fired and charged with assault for this. Good. Good. He should have been fired and charged with assault for this. All right, that's a weird. That's not the handcuffing technique I use. That's not. That doesn't mean that it's not the right a good handcuffing technique. I do it differently than that.
There may be several others on the road on foot as well. In the area, a little trailer park back here. They were running behind the store.
Wow.
Anybody else have anything else got deal up? 15 over here by probation. We're searching for the weapon.
So it might have been a shots fired call. It might have been a weapons call, but he was compliant. And Robert, I agree. There are good cops, there are bad cops, and there are, normal cops. Just the average guy doing the thing. Some go out of their way to do incredible, amazing things they're not required to do, save lives, do whatever. And some do this. They kick people in the face. If you only look for one type of police officer, you're only going to find one type of police officer. You only look for the good ones, you're going to find the good ones. If you look for the bad ones, you're going to find the bad ones. I encourage you to watch all sides. It's really easy to only see these types of things. It doesn't help. I get people that are like, oh, I only see the bad police officers. Okay, where do you see them? Oh, YouTube suggests them to me. Is that because you watch a lot of bad police officers? Yeah, that's because YouTube automatically starts sending them your way. If you start looking for good police officers, you're going to see a lot of really good things, right? Unfortunately, this has happened. And yes, there are bad police officers out there. That is unacceptable. Wow. Yeah, like a soft distractory strike, like you hit them in the fleshy part of their arm, their thigh. Sure, that's not a distractory strike. That is no. I mean, we're trained not to go for the head. I mean, yeah, if you punch a dude in the face because you have to, sure, but that's to knock them out. Obviously not great, but you don't kick someone in the face unless they are an immediate, very dangerous threat to you. That's bonkers right there. I'm glad you shared that with me. I'm gonna save this. Yeah, I might talk about that one later. Actually do like a bunch of research into it. Because right now I'm just looking at things that I've never seen before. I don't have all the information, but I can tell you my immediate thoughts on it. So there might be, again, there might be more than this to this. But, good luck. All right, what's the next video to look at? One of these days, we should just do a stream of me responding to people's comments. What do you guys think about that? How does that sound? That sounds like a fun time. All right, here is another link. Let's see where this takes us. Sign in to confirm my age. Ah, you nerds. All right, hold on. I want to sign in and put on my age. Yeah, I do respond to a lot of comments, don't I? I do that. But schizophrenia shows up in an MRI. That's interesting. I didn't know that. One more video linked above in a Discord. All right, let me pull that up. Let me get that up there. Oh yeah, there is more. All right. Hold on. Let me figure out how to show it on my thing. All right, that's gonna do that. Let's get rid of that temporarily. Nope, that's not the one. There we go. Alright. Cool. So, let's check this out. August 24th, 2013, the Dover Police Department. Dover, is it Delaware? Yeah. Dover, Delaware Police Department responded to a large fight, assault in progress. Okay, fights are dangerous. Fights, you want a lot of people showing up. Get that. That's fine. Let me pull up so I can see your comments. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the links. It sends me to my my YouTube studio, and it doesn't work. I don't know what's going on. But, all right, large fight / assault in progress. Video from the responding officer's vehicle mounted camera. There's no audio. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Alright. Oh, no. So there's driving on the street. Hold on. There we go. Lights and sirens. Is he listening to the radio while he's driving to a scene? Rookie mistake. Folks, you can listen to the radio as a police officer in the car. But like, if you're driving to a scene, you turn all that off. You need to be able to hear your radio. You need to be able to react quickly to things. Especially if you've got a vehicle camera that's recording all of this. Come on, son. Rookies. Not that I'm perfect by any means, but like, that's police 101 right there. You know, turn your radio off when you're going to a call. Okay, now I want to show you something with this red light. So, when he's responding to a call, you can run red lights. He slows down a little bit. He turns on his sirens before he gets there. So he's not running code 3. He's running like code 2, I think, if I remember my codes correctly. That's our codes. I don't know if every station calls them this. So you have code 1 is like some lights. Code 2 is all lights. Code 3 is lights and sirens, if I remember correctly. Now, it's been a while since I've run code because I was an investigator for a while, but we didn't really do all of that as much. But when you get to a light, you either turn on your siren, generally, or you switch your siren. So the police vehicles will have different types of sirens on them. So you have this one. Sometimes you have the longer wail. I use the horn a lot. And so when they go through the light, they'll slow down. They'll change that so that, one, they can assess and make sure that it's clear to cross, and they turn that siren or switch the siren so that it sort of gets people attention. We haven't violated 25% of room rule. That's right. We only have 13 people because everyone's quarantined off the stream. It's not. It's you know. This is a pop-up stream. This is an unplanned, like, hey, let's just talk about whatever kind of chill stream. So I'm not trying, like, I'm not doing this for viewers. We're just hanging out. Oh, okay. I think that's what we just saw, which was the guy getting kicked. And then the kick would be right about here.
I got people bailing everywhere. You know, like fourth floor.
Unless that's different. Unless that's a separate incident. We'll find out. 2 people on the other side of the store. Alright, that's some good communication right there. Alright, so telling us a lot of people. Cool. I mean, this is standard stuff. I'm going to say it anyway. And then a white Ford Explorer. Alright, giving a good information there. 2 people on the other side of the store. Okay. So they know they're not going to get all of them, but... How can you send me a link? If you go to my Discord, Eric, I don't know if you're in my Discord. The link should be able to pop up there. Hopefully. I had my Discord up. Where'd it go? Discord. Pulling it up. Sorry, guys, we got distracted. And that should work. And we're just gonna have a good time looking at links. All right.
got one. Another one fled around the store. He was in a yellow shirt and a hat. Yellow shirt.
All right, yellow shirt is the one with the gun.
Temporary tag.
So that's going to be the guy they're focusing on. Yeah, email is sergeantbluebacon@gmail.com. Sorry, guys. Stopping this. All right.
Guy in the yellow shirt has the gun.
So now they're all looking for the yellow shirt. They don't really care about anyone else. The yellow shirt is the most important. Assuming they think the same way I do.
Alright, he had to have gone westbound, possibly across the highway.
Okay.
By probation and parole, he's in the yellow shirt. He's the one with the gun.
By probation and parole. Oh, okay, that's the location he's at.
Running westbound.
This red car doesn't know what they got themselves into. Alright, well, hold on a second. Maybe it's the camera. That doesn't look like a yellow shirt to me. But, hey, he could have taken his shirt off. It said yellow shirt and a hat, right?
Sure, he's the one with the gun. He's in front of probation.
They say yellow shirt and a hat? A group chat on Discord where we all get in we could. You're going to hear me twice, though, for those of you who are in the Discord. Well, let me make sure. Do we have a transcript for this? We do not. Yellow shirt has the gun. Yellow shirt and a hat. Okay, so he might have taken off his shirt. So they see a guy with a hat in the right area. That's fair. But they don't know that this is the guy. Right? There's a guy with a hat in the area. Sure. Doesn't have a yellow shirt, so I would approach it questioning whether or not this is the guy. But definitely possible, because, hey, shirts are designed to be put on and taken off, right? He's in an undershirt. One would assume, potentially, at this time of night, it would probably be a little chilly, certainly in Delaware. Any time of the year at night in Delaware it gets a little chilly. So you'd think if he was walking around, he would have a shirt. So, these are things that are going through your head immediately. Like, could this be the guy? Yes. Here's why. Yeah, this is the repeat footage. He had a yellow hat. Okay, language again. And there it is again. And they push him. So he's trying to be slow and compliant, which is good. You want to be, slow movements, but be compliant in this sort of thing. All right, check this out. Officer comes up behind him. Gun is drawn. Looks like. All right, so it's a felony traffic stop. I would not have approached that quickly. Right? If I think this guy's armed, I'm going to try to get him to follow command, especially if it already looks like he's being compliant. I have my gun out. He does not. If I see him reach, I'm pulling my trigger. I should be okay, right? Obviously, you don't want to take risks. But if a guy has a gun, I'm not walking up to him unless I have to. So I don't know what they're doing. But again, if they're looking for a guy and there are a lot of people, they want to move quickly, I can understand it. But this I don't get.
Get on the fucking ground!
The officer comes up behind him and pushes him. You can't really see it very well because this guy moves in, but it looks like he pushes him down. The guy's kind of like, what are you doing? But gets immediately starting to get on the ground. Yeah, he's complying. He's compliant. What is this? What is that? I can't. It just, wow.
There may be several others on the road, on foot as well, in the area. That little trailer park back here. They were running behind.
Yeah, they don't say what type of hat. They say yellow shirt and a hat. So that could be yellow shirt and just a hat, or yellow shirt and a yellow hat. But
15 over here by probation.
all right, so he's by the probation building. So it makes sense that that is the person they think they're looking for, and it very well could have been. Okay, yeah. So another subject in yellow ripped his shirt off. He's in a white beater. So that would be this guy right here. But if that's a second person in yellow, as in there are two people with yellow shirts.
We also took a call from 272 North DuPont stating
Yeah, I can't see a firearm on his waistband. Let me check again. I mean, they're searching for it. That's insane to me. I'm saving this for comment on later. Look at all these things I have. These are all videos I have saved for the most part to talk about. Let me see. Bad police? Question mark? No, use of force. Use of force or bad police? I'm gonna go use of force.
This other subject. Another unit over here. Property. 272 northeast.
Yeah, let's look at the.
Running behind the foot as well.
Like, I want there to be a reason. I want there to be a good reason. I really do. But from what I'm seeing... Oh. Alright, so there's a push. You see him sort of be thrust forward. And sort of knocked off balance a little bit. Looks like that officer pushed him. That might be a taser, actually. Is there a light on it? I don't know. That looks like a firearm. I'm not seeing... I mean, good luck concealing a... You'd be amazed how easy it is to conceal a firearm, but in that waistband, I'm not so sure. Oof, and there's the kick for those of you who missed it. APR, yeah, if you want to do that, we can cancel. We can close this stream down. We can start another one. And then once that's done, if you guys still want to talk, have a good time, do it on the stream. If I have time to do that, we can start this back up again. And yeah, find me some videos to review. We'll have a good time. But yeah, so hold on, something about a dude in yellow.
Alright, 7-7. The dude in the yellow
Ah, so they got the wrong guy.
and another guy did run west.
That's a little embarrassing. All right, so I'm gonna shut the stream down. APR. There's a little Playtex factory, so it's not even the right building. Wow. So yeah, APR. If you are in my Discord, I can call you by phone as well. Well, I don't know if you want me to have your phone number, but in the Discord, yeah, same as before. If you're in there. Yeah, that's calling Discord. You messaged me there. All right. So we're gonna shut the stream down. I'll be right back doing a different stream under a different name. Yeah. No, it's just gonna be myself and APR. All right, so hopefully I'll see you guys in this next stream. Peace out, toodles.